must avenge my death. Bridget is on trial, but she didn't kill me. You must defend her. To win, you must uncover the real killer, but be careful. If he thinks you're getting close, he'll strike again. The prosecutor will now make his case.
Bridget Hawthorne was so desperate to rid herself of her ex-husband that she contrived a diabolical plot to frame him for the death of an innocent woman. Ladies and gentlemen, this was not a crime of passion. This was a carefully planned and meticulously executed murder. The first step in her heinous plan was to break into her ex-husband's home and kidnap her children. She drugged him, strapped dynamite to his chest, and splattered beet juice on his wall.
What's going on?
Strapped around your middle.
What? What the heck?
She knew him well enough to anticipate how he would react.
You tell that Bridget to get out here now before I blow us all to hell.
Sir, please have a seat over there and somebody will be right with you.
She's trying to make me look bad. I want my kids back. Where is she?
Sir, you can't.
Where is that crazy woman?
Excuse me, couriers.
There's nobody home.
Good morning, Blink International. Please
Freeze. Her plan was that either Hawthorne would blow himself up or he would be shot by the police. Her plan failed.
This doesn't look all that good, does it? Lord, I know I don't deserve it, but if you'd put a mattress truck beneath me, I'd wash your feet. I'd wash the feet of anybody you told me to, Lord.
Hartrop was arrested and might have been locked up for life had it not been for the victim, Dr. Angelina Raleigh.
I found him to be suffering from delusions.
Who was suffering from delusions?
That man.
I am not suffering from delusions, you parochial quack.
Ted, be quiet.
I'm just a wretched pawn in your game, mister, and I'm not playing.
He believes his so-called God intervened with a mattress.
Do not use those bourgeois, ignorant, contemptuous tones about a blessed miracle.
Order, the prisoner will refrain.
She twisted what I've said, the sanctimonious Sally.
Ted, please.
You're fired.
Bailiff, remove the prisoner.
This is a sham. I am the victim here.
Dr. Raleigh exposed the fact that Hawthorne was acting under the influence of the experimental drug, Paxwick.
Okay, punk, let's take a look. If you make me come in and drag you out, I'm gonna be a very unhappy camper. Do you know what happens to prisoners of an unhappy camper?
When Hawthorne escaped from custody, Bridget Hawthorne realized that she had a problem and an opportunity. Her problem was that Dr. Raleigh was pointing the police in her direction. Her opportunity was that the press had labeled Hawthorne a dangerous madman, and he was once again at large. If Dr. Raleigh were to come to an unnatural end, Hartrop would be the most logical suspect.
Are you ready for a cocktail, kitten?
The night of the murder, Bridget Hartrop was attending a fundraising dinner with her new boyfriend, Rolf Klink.
Thank you, Peter, for your introduction and inspiring call for sedation. I mean sedition.
She was seen leaving around 9:30 p.m. She cannot satisfactorily account for her whereabouts until after 1 o'clock the next morning. At midnight, Dr. Raleigh and her fetus of 8 weeks were lying dead in the woods. Placed in the grass next to her body was a bracelet upon which was inscribed, "To Ted, love Bridget." The police were expected to conclude that the bracelet was ripped off Ted Hartrop's arm in the death struggle. However, the bracelet had not been in Ted Hartrop's possession. The bracelet was stashed in the home of Bridget's mother.
Ain't nobody here wanna buy nothing. Go away.
Bridget Hartrop had clawed it back when they divorced.
She gave it to him and I made her get it back when she come home with the kids. It was up in her box only 2 days ago. How'd you get it?
Ladies and gentlemen, only one person could have placed the bracelet at the scene of the crime. Only one person wanted Ted Hartrop locked up and Dr. Raleigh silenced. That one person is none other than Bridget Hartrop.
Now it's your turn. You must now present your case in Bridget's defense. To win, you will need to expose the hole in the prosecution's case. Your first witness is Bridget's mother. Good luck.
My Bridget's a good girl who wouldn't even kick a dog. There's no way she killed nobody. Well, I don't keep no diary. One day kind of slides into the next, but I expect I did what I usually does. I get up, do my stretches, eat breakfast, watch Canada AM, and then I go for a walk, buy smokes, visit the post. Then I get back, eat lunch, and watch The Young and the Restless. I usually fall asleep and wake up to Oprah, and then I get up, I fix supper, I eat, I do the dishes, watch Jeopardy. Although I can tell you I can't quite get much of them right. I say my prayers and I go to bed. No, I don't believe in locks. Locks force you to break windows, and the sound of broke glass sets my ticker off. Yeah, I expect that's exactly what happened.
Objection, hypothetical.
Sustained. The jury will disregard the witness's conclusion. The defense has established only the possibility that somebody else could have taken the bracelet.
You're pretty smart. You planted the possibility in the jury's mind that somebody could have stolen the bracelet, and planted it there to incriminate Bridget. You're doing well and promoted to level 2.
Could it be Ted, or could it be that other creep? I declare my Bridget has the worst luck with the fellas. That big shot, Ralph Tinker, Clinker, whatever, I don't know. 'Cause I know a snake when I sees one. It's in his eyes. Yeah, well, that may be a pillar of the community, but but that don't make him any gentleman.
Objection!
Sustained. Counselor, I respect that you have cautioned your witness.
A real gentleman would give her a diamond, not that other stuff.
Order!
Madam, this court is not a forum for your grievances. Kindly restrict your remarks to the questions posed to you. Counselor, do you have any further questions?
What gives? I'll tell you what gives. He gave her dope and dynamite, that's what. Just
Order!
Madam, that is an incredible accusation. Did you actually witness Mr. Clink give?
no. I never, but Bridget told me.
Then your testimony is hearsay and not admissible. The jury will disregard...
It's true. The whole thing was his idea. He set her up.
Order!
The jury will disregard. Strike the testimony from the record. We're adjourned until tomorrow.
Congratulations. You've made quite a breakthrough. You've exposed the possibility that Bridget was just a bit player in a deeper conspiracy involving the industrialist Rolf Klink. Unfortunately, that testimony has been struck from the record. Next episode, you'll get a chance to reintroduce it from the source. Your next witness is Dr. Russell. You will recall that Dr. Russell was a colleague of mine. He was jealous of my work and interfered with my funding. He may know how Bridget got a hold of the Paxwick. Good luck.
Well, I'm not one to malign the dead, but Dr. Raleigh was snapping at the hand that feeds her with that little sidebar report. She was poking her nose where it didn't belong. But that's just my opinion. She was doing some unauthorized research on a drug called Paxwick. The drug has broad commercial applications as an effective antidepressant. Dr. Raleigh was determined to see it fail with the regulators. Paxwick was being funded by the Somaplex Corporation, which, of course, is owned by Clink International. Well, I was never privy to her precise findings. She had everything documented on her laptop computer, which, I understand, went absent without leave upon her demise. That's an interesting question. There was, of course, that weaselly police detective Duke somebody or other. I discovered him lurking about the laboratory the odd evening leading up to the murder. Apparently, his presence was sanctioned by the higher-ups at Somaplex, but I thought it odd. Obviously, as a policeman, he would have had access to her apartment after the murder. Just a thought.
Objection. The question is hypothetical. Counsel is imputing the credibility of a police officer by furiously inventing some sort of conspiracy.
Sustained. Counsel, I hope you realize that you are paddling into some very dangerous waters here. Call your next witness, and if you can provide this court with legitimate testimony to back this line of questioning, I will let it proceed. However, I'm warning you, if this is simply a fishing expedition, I'll haul your canoe out of the water and spank you with the paddle. Call your next witness.
Call Ted Hartrup.
Your Honor, it's my unfortunate duty to inform the court that Mr. Hartrup is not available at the present time.
What do you mean he's unavailable? Is he not incarcerated?
It pains me to inform the court that he escaped 35 minutes ago.
Oh, not again. What's wrong with you people?
Order.
When will you people wake up and...
Silence! Counselor, I will not tolerate another outburst from your
How
client.
many times does he have to escape and make fools of you before you reevaluate your procedures?
Mrs. Hartrup, one more outburst from you and I'll hold you in contempt.
I'm sorry, Judge, but it does strain one's credibility to get a dangerous...
Mrs. Hartrup!
I'm sorry. I'm sure you're just as incredible as I am.
The word is incredulous, and stop! I will not hear another word from you unless sanctioned by this court.
Who's your next witness? Oh, I might have guessed.
Call Bridget Hartrup. Place your right hand on the Bible. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God?
I pray to you, almighty and merciful Jesus, that you will shine a light through me into the darkness of this courtroom and illuminate the way and the truth through my words.
A simple I do will suffice, Mrs. Hartrup.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Just say I do.
Could you please repeat the oath so that there's no confusion to what I'm saying I do to?
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead, Counselor.
I assumed he'd get arrested immediately, and the order forcing me to give him the kids would get reversed. He's a dangerous man, and I don't trust him with the kids, and the law's a fool.
Mrs. Hartrup, any more slurs about the law and you'll be in contempt.
I'm sorry, Judge, but you have to understand a mother has to protect her
Mrs.
children.
Hartrup, stop the editorializing and just answer the question.
I just want the jury to understand that I was protecting
Silence!
my children.
Mrs. Hartrup,
Yes?
you are trying my patience.
I'm sorry. I gave him a powerful tranquilizer. Why are you asking me that? You're supposed to be asking me questions about what I was doing that night and how the bracelet got there.
Counselor, do you need a moment to consult with your client? Oh, for heaven's sake! In all my years on the bench, Counselor, I've never witnessed such a lack of preparation and slipshod tactics. I'll have you replaced before declaring a mistrial, so take your 10 minutes and get your act together. Court is adjourned for a 10-minute recess.
What the heck are you doing? You're supposed to make me look good, not drag me through the whole nightmare of rescuing my kids from that maniac. I got it from a friend, and it wasn't Rolf Klink, so you're barking up the wrong tree totally. Ted killed that woman, and now he's loose, and my kids are in danger. What are you going to do about that? Someone who is obviously more resourceful than you are. Oh my goodness, if you're so intelligent, why are you asking questions that will get you killed? Oh really? Do you think it's just a coincidence that Ted is loose again? He's loose because there's about to be another murder. And guess who the victim is going to be this time?
Court's back in session. Let's go.
Wow, I'm very impressed how you've taken charge. You lured Bridget in with your sense of humor about proficiency with crosswords and then knocked her off balance by telling her that she's not as smart as she thinks she is. Well, that comment invited her to hit you with her best shot, that Ted is being set up to take the rap for your murder. Instead of showing weakness, you told her how you were 2 steps from checkmate. That is very bold. I hope you know what you're doing.
2 moves from checkmate. All right, go ahead.
All rise. This court is back in session.
Counsel, do you wish to resume questioning your client?
Objection! Your Honor, Detective Crabtree has nothing to do with this case.
Counsel, I've already warned you once about this. You can put Detective Crabtree on the stand tomorrow morning. But if you throw mud without advancing your case, you'll be digging your own grave. Court's adjourned until tomorrow morning.
bother you, but... Holy smokes. Jeez, are you all right? Can you give me a lift out of here? No, I've chosen to do the Lord's work, and I'm determined to fulfill my mission. I think you're right, but the Lord works in mysterious ways. There's no time to chat. Let's get out of here and I'll explain. Oh, don't be afraid. You're safe with me. I'll take the keys and deliver you to the shadow of death. From the shadow of death. Can you give me a lift out of here? Oh, Lord, what is the meaning of this? They're both dead. This is the gun that killed them. That cowardly bastard must have thrown it out when he drove by. I've got nothing to lose now. I've got to get my kids, and you're going to help me. Are you out of your mind? I didn't kill anyone, and you're my witness. You've got to help me now. Let's go. I'm not making any sense, am I? You're beginning to sound like my ex-wife. Holy smokes, that's fiendish. So what shall we do? Geez, you are one hell of a human being. You know that? I'll be damned if I let that bastard hurt you. I won't cut and run and leave you to face that bastard alone. All right, good luck, little buddy.
Hey, not so fast. You look like you've seen a ghost. Is that right? Well, I'm going down to the parking garage, and if I discover any vandalism, you'll be my first suspect. Is that right? Let's you and I go down and have a look. You want to talk about baseball at a time like this? You know what I think? I think you're a pinko socialist agitator who's poking around where you don't belong. So where did this alleged murder take place? You say you're hallucinating and you think you're okay to drive? That's a good idea. Let's get back in the elevator and I'll get you a cab. You ought to keep your nose clean. Nobody likes conspiracies. You take care now.
Taxi, over here. Where do you want to go, bud? No problem. You relax. You leave your driving to me.
It's a crazy world. Everything upside down. Don't you worry about anything.
All rise. This court is back in session.
I was at the lab investigating a complaint of corporate espionage and leaked formulas to Somaplex's competitor. I'm not sure. I suppose it was the head of security. I don't know. Why don't you give them a call and find out for yourself? Listen, doofus. Do you think if I interviewed the head of security I would have forgotten his name? Counsel, the witness has clearly told you that he doesn't know the name of the head of security at Somaplex. Let's move on, or would you like a moment to call the company and find out the name for yourself? Counsel, I believe that witness has answered your question to the best of his ability. Let's move on. Counsel, you are splitting hairs and trying my patience. The witness will answer the question. I'm confused. What was the question? I already told you. Yes, I interviewed the head of security. Thank you, Detective Crabtree. I believe that is a straightforward answer. Let's move on. I know what you're trying to do. No, I don't think I did. This is absurd. It was months ago. But I'm sure I probably did make a note of some kind. That would have been correct procedure. All right, yes, I did make a note of the complaint in my notebook. Whoop-dee-doo, but no, I don't have it with me. You really are an incompetent nitwit. Your Honor, I have nothing to add to this case, and I sincerely hope you're not going to allow this attorney to delay the inevitable by adjourning these proceedings so that I can search for my notebook. Detective Crabtree, your duty is to answer the questions posed to you. If you require a notebook to recall the answers to very simple questions, then you should have brought it with you. All right, I'll get the notebook, but this is a waste of time. How much time do you need? 24 hours. Counselor, I must say I am loath to further delay these proceedings. What exactly do you expect to prove with this notebook?
Objection!
Overruled. Detective Crabtree, I must say I am surprised at the evasiveness of your testimony. Defense counsel has made some very serious allegations against you. I assume you would like to discredit with the production of your notebook. If you fail to produce it by tomorrow morning, or if this court finds any evidence that you have in any way tampered with its contents, I will have you charged and jailed forthwith. Do you understand me? Perfectly. You'll have the notebook tomorrow morning. Good. Court is adjourned until tomorrow morning. You're not listening. My wife and daughter were here yesterday. They were dressed like this.
How do you expect me to identify them under something like that?
They did not come home. Something bad has happened. How's it going? Because I'm a terrorist. I suppose you think you're pretty smart, grilling me about my notebook. You really embarrassed me in court, and now you're going to regret it. How do you know I have no record in any of that in my notebook? All right, smarty pants, figure this. Why do so many smart people wind up dead?
Yeah? What kind of deal? You can't pin it on Yale, doofus. He didn't do it, and he's got an alibi. Just a minute. What, do you think I'm stupid and let you run off? Come here. Okay, let's go.
What's the problem?
There's no problem. The lawyer wants to withdraw the question about the notebook and pin everything on Yale Johnson.
Yale Johnson is my son-in-law, and he's innocent. Yes, I'm aware of that, and it's truly unfortunate. But that doesn't make him a killer. Oh, I'm afraid I disagree. If one were to weigh all the circumstantial evidence, Ted Hawtrop would be the most likely suspect. Really? Why do you say that? There's some truth in that, so what's your point? It is unwise to bet against a man with luck. What about your client? Is she lucky? I like you. You have brains and ambition. So you think Bridget is about to be acquitted. I think you may be right, and you think Hawtrop's unnatural good fortune may shield him, and therefore protect you. He's a wild card, to be sure, and I don't like to take chances. So that leaves us with my son-in-law, whom you correctly attribute with motive, capability, and opportunity. Very well. If you segue out of this business with Detective Crabtree's notebook and paint Yale as the most likely killer, I think we'll have a win-win solution. Duke, please ensure this lawyer gets home safely.
Yes, sir.
Oh, one more thing. We have a plan, yes? If you stray from it tomorrow, you'll find yourself lost in the woods. You understand?
Let's go. You're not home free yet, not by a long shot.
All rise. This court is back in session.
Detective Crabtree, do you have your notebook?
Yes, sir.
Very well. Counselor, you may resume your questions.
I beg your pardon?
Counselor, the trial was delayed a full day because you wanted Detective Crabtree to produce his notebook and inform this court about the name of the head of security at Somaplex. Oh, for heaven's sake! Counselor, you have wasted enough time in this courtroom. You have 1 hour to wrap up your case.
Yes, it was reported stolen, but the keys were in it.
Call Yale Johnson.
I had a brief discussion with Dr. Rowley, and she left the office around 11:30 p.m., about the same time that my wife arrived, actually. Helen and I decided to go home and get some Chinese food. When I looked for my car, I discovered that it was stolen, so I went to the police to report it. My wife suffers from tempestuous mood swings, which set upon her suddenly and without warning. I've long ago abandoned any ambition to decipher the cause. Well, since I'm not a psychologist, I don't think I'm qualified to answer that question. You'd have to ask her that.
Your Honor, the defense is asking the wrong question to the wrong witness and wasting the court's time.
I agree. Counsel, you must either rest your case or try again and try to mine some relevant information from this witness. Very well. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, It is now time for you to begin your deliberations. You have heard from the prosecution that Mrs. Hartrump's motive.
Do you think we're going to win? How can you say that? Why did you rest the case? I didn't do it. You can't let them convict me.
They're back. That's the fastest deliberation I've ever seen.
Already? Is that a good sign?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a unanimous decision?
Yes, we have.
Would the defendant please rise? In the charge of murder, how do you find?
Guilty, Your Honor.
No, I'm innocent. You blew it. I'm innocent.
Call Yale Johnson.
I had a brief discussion with Dr. Rowley, and she left the office around 11:30 p.m., about the same time that my wife arrived, actually. Helen and I decided to go home and get some Chinese food. When I looked for my car, I discovered that it was stolen, so I went to the police to report it. The keys were left in the car. Yes. I was afraid the insurance wouldn't cover the loss if they knew the keys were left in the car.
Order.
I am not a liar. I broke off our relationship and she was upset. She tried to hit me and I restrained her. I would never hurt her. Yes.
Order.
I didn't kill her. I liked her very much. She was a friend. I would never, ever hurt her.
Do I presume correctly that at this point the defense rests? Do you wish to cross-examine?
No, Your Honor.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it is now time for you to begin your deliberations. You have heard from the prosecution that Mrs. Hartrump's motive.
Do you think we're going to win? I hope you're right.
They're back. That's the fastest deliberation I've ever seen.
Already? Is that a good sign?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a unanimous decision?
Yes, we have.
Would the defendant please rise? In the charge of murder, how do you find?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
You're a genius. You did it.
Hey, big fella. You're under arrest for the murder of Dr.
I didn't kill her.
Yeah, save it for the jury.
Congratulations, you won the case. The only problem is that based on your argument, they will convict the wrong man. We both know now that Yale did not do it.